You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world? Travel. Oh, my goodness. Travel.
Don't tell me.
You know what? It's just been a kind of one of those slow travel times. I don't hear a lot. You know, we got a lot of what we call political unrest going on. So I feel like that may be a reason why sometimes a lot of people are not traveling. Or maybe they travel through the holidays. You know, maybe that's why we got.
So. But you know, one thing that I heard, and I don't know if y'all heard about this, where individuals that want to leave the United States and they buy a one-way ticket to an international destination, they are revoking their passports.
I saw some stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me more about what that means.
Because if people want to leave the United States and don't come back, you can't have your passport anymore if you don't want to come back.
Oh, wow. Because I saw quite a few people saying that they're making some other country their new home country, or they're acquiring passports in other countries. I see that quite often, but I didn't know they were relinquishing, or you have to relinquish your U.S. passport.
Yeah, you don't personally want to relinquish it, but once you go to the airport and check in and do all that stuff, they are taking it from you if you don't.
So that's what's happening, Yvette. I didn't know that's what was happening. They're doing, what are they doing? Get some kind of long-term residency in this other country, and that's.
I kind of briefly looked over it. Wow. And I wasn't, because some people was thinking, oh, I'm going to Mexico next month. They're not going to take my passport. No, that's not what that means. You're just going on vacation. You're going to visit. We're talking about individuals who, you know, they're leaving. You know, they
believe. So you declare it like I don't have a return date, or
right. You buying a one-way ticket.
Okay, but no, it's not just a one. Because I'm like, what about, because you know, like we have a friend who has a place in the DR, and I know she normally buys a one-way. She has a home there, but she still lives here, but she's not staying there. So what? Because I'm just saying, what would I tell her? What I'm like, you need to make sure you get a round trip every time.
You need to ask her, because she may be doing something. She may have a notarized affidavit or something saying I have a home here, or showing proof that I have a home here and I have a home here, and I'm going visit, and then I'm coming back. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I'm sure there is a process, and that is something we need to look up and see.
Yeah,
I heard about that happening, but I didn't know that's what it was, that they didn't have a return flight, and that's why they were. I heard they were taking people's passports. I heard that.
But it's a lot of people that are just like leaving the U.S. and I understand why.
I absolutely understand.
You know, that's what
I would love to do.
Questions. that's why they be asking you a lot of questions.
Yeah, they do.
Filling out that paperwork when you go into another country, they
sure
ask
do.
you all of these questions. When you get off the plane,
how long you're gonna stay? Yeah.
How long you're gonna stay? Where are you gonna? Are you here for vacation?
Do you have a hotel? Do you have an Airbnb?
Yeah, that's why they be asking
what
you.
street? They even ask what street it's on and where it's located. They need to know because they want to know where they're gonna come pick you up in case you decide you're gonna just stay here a couple extra more months. Well, that makes sense though. I think that it's important to tell people because, like I said, we're going through all the civil unrest, and they're making threats. We have to worry about war. Different things that are going on between our country and other countries, and what people need to be really, really careful. And I was just talking to Jeanette, I think, over the weekend about traveling outside of the country. Not that I don't believe that it's safe, but I do believe that you need to do some due diligence because there are some places. There are some places that you don't want to travel because we have made political threats against these different places, and they are not happy. And and I think that you really need to weigh in and look. Is this really a place you really want to go right now?
Yeah.
We definitely don't want to go in the Middle East. You don't want to go into Central America. You don't want to go to South America in some places. So there's just some places, even in North America, some other places. Canada, when somebody's threatening to take Canada and Mexico, you got to be like on alert that those places are not places you may want to go because they're not happy with our president. So they may take that stuff out on you.
So something else that I saw on Instagram where Tamika Foster Raymond.
Oh, yeah,
she went on vacation somewhere.
That used to be married to Usher.
Yeah. Where did she go?
I don't know where she went.
Okay.
She didn't say. But she said she had got a speeding ticket because she was in Atlanta. She had went to not a speeding ticket. She had went out to dinner or whatever, and the police stopped her and said, "Ma'am, you don't have car insurance." And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know my insurance was expired. Okay, I'll take care of that tomorrow. I'll get my insurance tomorrow." And they wrote her a ticket, and she said she said it was her work vehicle or whatever, so it wasn't her personal vehicle that she was driving. And she said just like they can pull up because the police actually ran the plates or whatever and saw she didn't have insurance.
Oh yeah,
just because they can pull it up, they can see that she went and got her insurance the next day. And so she ended up with a warrant for her arrest because she didn't go to court to show them she had her proof of insurance. And she went on vacation. And when she flew back to Atlanta, the police was at the plane door. Door and called her name on the intercom, and they took her to jail.
Wow.
Be careful.
Yeah, you better make sure you got your insurance. Wow.
But it's really if y'all can go and look her up on Instagram, it's really funny the way she's telling the story.
Oh wow.
Because it is because you when you don't get your registration, your tags, when you stop and the cops stop you and you be like, oh, acting all oblivious, they be like, your tags expired, and they automatically can look at your insurance right then and there.
So I didn't think they would get me when I'm coming back from out of the country. And
I have never really heard of that.
Wow.
Have y'all ever heard of that? Like,
but they do it for people who don't pay their child support. So why wouldn't they do it for?
You can't even leave the country if you
traveling. The police will come and meet you on the plane.
Yeah, if you ain't paid your child support and you leave the country and you have a warrant out or you have outstanding, they can come and grab. I heard it on the cruise ships when you come back. When you come back into port and you got a warrant for your arrest, they be waiting there. They be there waiting for you.
Okay.
Because everything gets flagged. Because the thing about it is when they run your passport, run your driver's license, run all of your ID, that information immediately goes to the state system, and they be like, "Oh, there she is," because you've been dodging them.
I think she was. What do you call it? I think she was
a fugitive.
No, No, I think she was pointed out, like she was. They did this on purpose to
Oh,
her.
okay.
Yeah.
It's possible because she is a celebrity. Yeah, it's
And you and,
possible.
you know who works at them offices? They probably like, look at this. This is Tamika
Yeah,
Foster Raymond.
that's
That's Usher. You know, we gonna get
yeah,
her. You know, because I had an aunt who worked
yeah,
at the driver's license office, and she would just tell me some of the craziest people who would come in to get their drive. Because you think about it, people got to get a driver's license, and
yeah,
she would say how people, because you can't just send somebody to go get your license. Shaq and all of them, they got to go take a
yeah.
picture for their driver's license. And she would always say all the different people that came through. So definitely, that's one of them things you can't send nobody to go do for
Mm,
yourself. So
So
wow.
look up her IG and listen to
Okay.
that story. It's actually funny.
yeah. Well, you know what? Again, that lets people know that going out the country ain't as easy getting back in if you
No
got
way.
if, you got some outstanding issues going on in the U.S. You better
Right.
stay there. You better stay there. That's all I can say. But that's just kind of how travel has been going these days. But I didn't want us to not talk about we have a big event coming up,
We
Jay.
sure do. We've got an MLK walk coming up on Monday. We want to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. We want to celebrate everything that he stood for around civil rights and justice and freedom and people being treated fairly. And I would say we definitely want to do it in today's time. And we want to do it especially around our hometown, where our podcast is based out of, Minneapolis, Minnesota, because there's so much going on there. And I don't know about you all, but I've been watching it on, I don't see as much about it on TV as I see about it on Instagram. I see so much about what's going on there now. And not only the shooting and everything that happened last week, where the 37-year-old lady Renee Good lost her life from ICE. And I don't want to get into politically what I think about what happened, but I mean, now it seems as if ICE is going from door to door with people, and we have close friends that are there, and I mean, I'm almost concerned now. They're going door to door.
Yeah,
They
and it's understood. I don't want to get too political either, but it is the walk itself is kind of a unity walk is what we're hoping.
it
So
really is.
it's more of a let's get together. It's not going to be
Mhm,
formal. We're not going to be doing any speeches and speaking at
mhm.
podiums. It's really just an opportunity for people to come together at the same.
Yeah.
And I know when I lived in Denver, it was called a parade. It was like a march parade
Mhm.
where they would kind of get together and just walk down this avenue and go back. And then you support a Black business. But what we're hoping to do is just get people to come out, just do
Yeah.
a walk. Just we want to see people that look like us. We want to see anybody and everybody because it is about equality. But we want to, see people that look like us or who have those same struggles or understand what's going on in the world. And and we can walk for Minnesota, and we can walk for all of the injustice that's going on in our country right now.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing now too is a lot of people that don't look like us. They are feeling some of the injustices that people like us have been dealing with for many, many years. Now they are having to deal with those injustices. And what I say for those people, they can come on out too, because they can they are now
You know
having
what?
to
I'm gonna stick to Martin Luther King. He did fight for
everybody. He wanted
but
justice
but
for
but
all.
I don't want to. But I know that certain demographics, they didn't care about the Martin Luther King walk, or they didn't care about MLK Day, or a lot of other things until it affected their community. So
Yes,
I
absolutely.
definitely understand and welcome everybody to come out,
Mhm.
but I
Yes.
don't want this to be an opportunity, because I know they're wondering where are the Black women, in some of these different fights, and I don't want this to be that we are walking or marching with them.
No,
Marching for
yeah,
all. This is
yeah.
for all.
This is about MLK, but we're open, and we are definitely focused on him and what he represented, and he supported all people, and we are too. But this is we support Minnesota and everything that's going on, and we support civil rights. But again, what's happening in Minnesota is definitely I feel definitely conflicted about what's going on there now. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Well, everybody just got to come together and walk and, just be together and support the day and be there for the MLK.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, well, ladies, I think that this has been a great show, and I can't wait to see you guys on Monday.
I can't either. Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Hey, it's your girl Shaletta. Are you over there running low on your insulin supply and worried how you're going to pay for it? Minnesota's Insulin Safety Net programs got you covered. If you have less than a 7-day supply of insulin, you can get a 30-day refill for just $35 at any Minnesota pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org today, print out the application, complete the form, and just take it in to your pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org.
Want to own a home, especially your first? Well then, welcome home to the Old National Bank Down Payment Assistance Program. We're here to help you from start to finish and make getting a mortgage a little easier. Plus, you may be eligible for up to $15,000 to use toward your down payment. How's that for a little easier? Everyone deserves a place to call home and a bank to help get them there. Connect with an Old National mortgage lender to learn more. Old National Bank. Get old in your new home.